to the draw for the Scores Prediction League 2010-2011. This year we have 32 participants who will be split evenly into two 16-man leagues. Our celebrity drawers this evening are Schmiffy, Ewan, Kendall, Millsy and cameraman Woody. Let the draw commence. Players shall be drawn alternately between Leagues 1 and Leagues 2. These leagues may be renamed to something more interesting at a later date. First drawer this evening will be Schmiffy, who will pick player 1 for League 1. Schmiffy.
Well, Scoremaster looking very smart there in his suit, ready for the first draw ever in the history of this Scores Prediction League.
First player at the hat this evening?
Henry.
Henry, one of the original members of the Scores Prediction League, season 2008-2009.
For player 1 in League 2, Ewan.
Henry's actually the 6th best performer out of the 15 original members.
Last year's
Pete.
winner, Pete.
Pete, who grabbed the title last year, the last kick of the ball in the Everton match. And that Russian player scored.
Player 2, League 1.
The guy with the big name that begins with B.
Stu.
That's Kenny's cousin there, Stuart Latimer. Newcomer to the league last year.
Player 2, League 2, Millsy.
Stuart found the going tough last year, finished 19th out of 20.
Bryn.
Brune finished
Player 3, League 1, Schmidt.
last year, if memory serves me correctly.
Adam.
It's the Scoremaster's brother there. First of the new players to be drawn.
Player 3, League 2, Ewan.
Murray.
Murray, another unknown quantity this season.
Player 4, League 1, Kenny. Woodsy.
Woodsy, best player in the history of the SPL. He's amassed a massive 529 points
League 2,
in the space of 2 seasons.
Millsy.
Mikey.
Mikey was the best of the 5 new guys last year.
Player 5, League 1, Schmidt.
Mark S. aka Spino.
Mark Smith, the worst player out of the 15
Player 5, League 2, Ewan.
original members of the SPL. 419 points in 2 seasons.
Schmiffy.
Smithy, second best player of all time.
Schmiffless. Gets close but never wins.
He's been outside the money by 1 place both seasons.
Player 6, League 1, Kenny. Pot.
Debut season for Pot.
Player 6, League 2, Millsy.
So the league's looking pretty even so far.
Swed.
Swed, who had a stinker in season 1, came good in season 2, finished 4th.
Player 7, League 1, Schmidt.
Pressure's getting to the Scoremaster.
That definitely question mark after it. Kenny T.
Kenny T. Finished 17th out of 20 last year.
Player 7, League 2, Ewan.
My brother, Stuart McLean.
Controversial. It's a fix.
Yeah, whispers of discontent amongst the camp there.
He's avoided the top order so far.
Player 8, League 1, Kenny.
Stu McGax.
Stuart McGacken in his first season in the SPL.
Player 8, League 2, Millsy.
Johan.
Ewan's in the same league as his brother. Very interesting.
Talking about my brother away this season.
That's the trash talk started.
We're now at the halfway stage of the draw. Doesn't really change anything. Player 9, League 1, Schmiffy.
So Ewan's actually the third best player of all time.
Husey.
Husey, meanwhile, is the 14th out of 15.
Player 9, League 2, Ewan.
So I have Woodsy and Ewan, 1 and 3 of all time in League 1, and Schmiffy, second of all time in League 2.
Danny.
Danny's debut season.
Player 10, League 1, Kenny.
It's me.
What are the odds?
Very interesting.
We can't do the odds for you, man.
Please. I'm delighted with that draw.
3-1.
League 10, Player 10, League 2, Millsy.
Of course, Kenny drawn himself there means he's in the same league as his cousin, Stuart Lafferty. Very interesting.
Ross Hay.
Ross Hay, 7th best player out of the 15 original members of the scores prediction.
Player
Controversial.
11, League 1, Schmiffy.
Scott Anderson. Notorious fast starter in Shaft.
Just like hers.
Player 11, League 2, Ewan.
It is true about Scott Anderson. I think both seasons he started well and then had a stinker.
Scott Wilson.
Scott Wilson, traditionally a mid-table contender.
Player 12, League 1, Kenny.
Oh, I do apologise, he finished 5th in season 1. He's not that well.
Gary.
Gary Hughes there. Another of the newcomers to the league.
Player 12, League 2, Millsy.
Oh, he's only going to pick himself, eh?
Second time this has happened.
Amazing.
Damn it. Missing the news.
Player 13, League 1, Schmiffy.
Millsy's the 4th best player of all time, joint 4th best player of all time, with the scoremaster himself. Ooh. Oh,
Tomo.
Does that mean?
Means you're not me. Head was still coming in.
No,
Is
that's
it?
it. Player 13, League 2, Ewan.
so the 10 best players of all time have all been drawn now.
Jason.
Pretty even split from what I can see. This is Jason's debut season.
I like that.
Player 14, League 1, Kenny.
Mark McRae.
Mark McRae, the first of the 2 McRaes to be drawn. But will he get his old man in the same league?
Player 14, League 2, Millsy.
Oh,
Mike
that's
McRae.
disappointing.
McRae's are in different leagues. If anyone's interested.
So was the cup.
Don't seem that concerned, to be fair.
Player 15, Player 15, League 1, Schmiffy.
Almost there now, just 4 more names to draw.
Andy H.
Andy Hughes. Debut season.
Player 15, League 2, you.
That's like 12 players making their debut this season.
Jim.
Jim, one of them. Big thumbs up for Jim, of course.
Can you really see that name? Sorry.
Player 16, League 1, Kenny.
Andy C.
Andy C. Another player we don't know much about. Oh, abuse from the terraces there.
And the last player of the draw, player 16, League 2.
Unnecessary.
Last but not least, Graham.
Well, this means that there's 6 new players in each league, a very even balance.
This concludes the draw for the Scores Prediction League 2010-2011. May the games begin.
The draw's just been made and I'm standing here with David Thompson, who was the adjudicator for this. David, how do you think the draw went?
Oh, the draw went very smoothly. Got to be honest, I'm not delighted I'm in the same league as Woodsy. This form in the past couple of seasons has been pretty top notch.
Big talking point here has been the separation of the two McRaes into 2 leagues. How do you think that'll affect the 2 of them?
To be honest, I think we'll get a side bet on the go. I can't see them letting this lie. I think it will be.
Fancy the new format. Is it going to work this time, or do you think it's just going to crumble and die?
I think it'll work. It's worked in previous seasons. Even folk who are clearly out the running for money after a couple of weeks, like Mark Smith usually still send their scores in. So it should work this year as well.
Okay, David, thanks for your time.
Oh, my pleasure.
I'm here with Paul Wood. Paul, former champion, runner-up last year. How do you rate your chances this year?
Well, I think it's going to be tough as always, but yeah, I'm happy with the draw. Fancy it.
There's a cup competition running this year. How do you think the format of that is going to work out?
I think it's going to be knockout format.
I'm glad you explained that. And fancy your chances of winning that as well as the league?
Of course, yep, always.
That's good. Paul, thanks for your time. I'm now standing with the Triple F Fifer, Ewan McLean. Ewan, you're in League 2, am I correct?
Nah.
Okay. Let me just check my stats. Yes, you are in League 2, yes.
I believe the leagues are to be renamed at a better date when there's something more interesting to call them.
And there will be. You're in a league with a lot of unknowns. How do you think that the new promoted people and the people that have never played before, even though there's no new promoted, how do you think the newbies will get on this year?
I think, like previous seasons, they'll struggle and they'll be down there.
I'm now standing with Ross Miller. Ross,
Wait, how do you rate
I'm just getting word in my ear. I mentioned earlier that there was more newbies in the second league, and I believe that's not the case. What do you think of this breaking news?
News to me.
That's the nature of news.
Given the current economic climate, if you were to win, what would you do with the winnings?
Probably save it. Yes. Still got a bank account with 0.1% interest. Pretty good, I think.
I'm now here with Craig Smith, or Schmiffy as he's better known. Schmiffy, how do you rate your chances with the draw you've just seen?
I'm reasonably happy. I think the 2 leagues are like 7.2 average weekly score and 504 points accumulated over the past 2 seasons. I'm very confident that I will finish just outside the money, as you
Given your nerdy statistics you just given me, is rumours rife that you're going to be running League 2 next year? Is there any comment you can give on that?
pure speculation.
And what about the investigation into your private life, which means you've hooked up with Katie Price recently?
That has been subject of a gagging order and
That was Craig Smith there. Back to you in the studio.